While most of my videos about Elon Musk's projects are about the project management angle, let's take a look at the money behind these projects. Previously, I made brief mention of how the valuation of SpaceX was pumped up by a relatively small investment from a Saudi sovereign wealth fund, and how Tesla is ridiculously overvalued compared with companies like Toyota and BMW. But let's look at how that happens and why it's a problem. There are three major components in Tesla's valuation. Firstly, Tesla had an interval of extremely rapid growth, and had that growth continued unabated, Tesla would be making as many cars as a first-tier car OEM. In fact, Tesla makes about 1/5 the number of cars as Toyota or VW, and about 1/3 the number of cars as Stellantis or Hyundai Kia. Yet, Tesla is valued twice as high as Toyota and 9 times the value of BMW even at today's prices. Tesla's growth hasn't just slowed. Every first-tier car maker on the planet, plus a whole bunch of Chinese car makers, have figured out how to make good electric cars. On top of increased competition, Tesla is now seeing the results of a failed project to develop an electric pickup truck. Though for completely different reasons, one could say that Cybertruck is Tesla's 787. It's supposed to be the architecture for future products, but it really can't be now that the problems are overwhelming the supposed upsides. Secondly, like the cult of Jack Welch at General Electric, Elon is a modern-day business folk hero. He has a cult following that makes Tesla's stock a meme stock. Lastly, there's Cathie Wood, who runs a series of exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, called ARK Invest. Cathie Wood is an all-weather Tesla bull. There are no doubt new reasons why Tesla stock will go to the moon, even after missing all the predictions about how robotaxi revenue would by now be 60% of Tesla's valuation. Cathie Wood, who was mentored by Art Laffer, famous for the Laffer curve, and her links to Bill Hwang, who has links to Bill Hwang, who is going on trial for fraud this year, will probably be the subject of a future video. It's a story too good not to go into depth on. Back to SpaceX. SpaceX is a private company and a prestige investment. It's hard to say what a company like that should be valued at, but we can examine how SpaceX makes it even harder to find a valuation. Even more so than Tesla, SpaceX's valuation rests on future prospects. To justify its valuation, SpaceX has to build an enormous communications satellite constellation and operate it profitably. That means launching tens of thousands of new generation satellites to replace the thousands already launched. The current satellite constellation can't support enough users, but it constitutes most of the mass that SpaceX has put into orbit, and that makes it very difficult to determine if Falcon 9 is profitable. If you think Hollywood accounting is opaque, try space launch accounting. SpaceX also faces the prospect of a failed project in the form of Starship. The third test launch is coming soon, but even if it makes it to orbit, it will need to demonstrate the ability to land and fly again, and to get beyond orbit to be refueled while in orbit. There are years of development ahead, in the best case. Meanwhile, every expendable Starship uses up 39 rocket engines.